welcome to Top of the Round Paradigm. My name's Kenan. I'm the GM for this campaign. With me we have...
Hi, I'm Nikki and I play Clover.
Hi, I'm Dorosh and I play Varian.
Thank you, Wonderful Tots, for your reviews on episode 24. Thank you, Raymond and Mama Mac. Hey, leave us reviews on Podchaser, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on Pocket Casts, on wherever you listen, on individual episodes, or on the show itself. Please do it. They feed us. We're here. We're hungry. We're starving for reviews.
Can't go on. Need food. Reviews.
Please.
Shout out to our executive producer, Ray.
Hello, lovely people. Now that I'm inside your ears, you have to listen to me. So, go to our show notes, click on the link to our Discord, and then join it. That's where the link is.
We have a Patreon at patreon.com/topoftheround. Join it, get additional content, and support our show at the same time. Get things like The Not Goblin King, which is the adventures of Fizbit between C1 and C2. And if you're not listening, I'm not sure what you're doing with your life. Did you know that every 3 hours, a Fizbit cries out for cheese? And there's no one to answer him. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Go to patreon.com/topoftheround and support Fizbit in his time of need.
Hello, people out there. It's Varian. Just in case this current attempt to escape prison doesn't quite work out, I'm going to need some money for some legal fees, so head over to totapodcast.com and click the merch, and preferably if you could buy all of it. I know there are several things that require a size option, so my recommendation would be one of every size. I could really use the money. I don't think Clover has 3 platinum. And if I do escape, then the money will go towards better things, like more batteries for my bike.
If you would like to send us things, we have a P.O. Box at 603 Circle Pines, Minnesota 55014. Send us all the things, and we'll love you forevers. Not that we don't already love you forevers, but we'd love you forevers, always and forevers. So do it. Thanks, guys.
Down in our show notes, you can also find trigger warnings to this episode. So if there are any concerns or questions, there are always trigger warnings listed out for our episodes. So scroll down, take a gander, and decide if you can jump right in or if you need to take it slow.
Let's check in with our resident newscaster, Justin, to see what happened last time. Justin?
Thanks, Kenan. Resident implies that I'm being housed and no one's provided me any shelter. But this is Justin with Justin. Well, the peacekeepers were kind of busy and they don't allow visitors at this prison. Something about there not being accessible something. I don't know, but I did manage to steal this active police report that says that Varian has been talking to himself and somehow escaped his cell. Oh, that's not good. Well, over in the city, Clover's been hunting down's not the right term, but helping one of the apostles, who has no jurisdiction here, search for the mother of this girl named Lilith, who is the survivor from Clover's vicious attack a few hours ago. That's not going well so far, and I think Clover has good intentions to find the mother, but I don't know. She's like a light switch sometimes. That's speculation. That's not news. So I think that's it for news for now. So if you want to stick around and wait until there's more news for me to report, I brought some of my cards with me, or you can get them at toadrepodcast.com. Click on the merch. I know I shouldn't be plugging on there, but I really need to sell more cards, guys. I hate this job. Back to you, Kenan. Resident person.
Thanks, Justin. Our story continues now. Clover, we left off with you slicing the child's throat.
No, we did not. You fucking take that back.
As Clover made the child draw its last breath.
No, I did not. I did neither of those things.
Right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start with Varian. Varian, we left off with you escaping your prison cell through Chaz's help, failing to heed his warnings of being quiet, and kept talking and alerted the guards that you were gone. So, as you shimmy down this hole, roll a reflex save as the earth around you gets smaller and more crowded as you continue to make your way down.
33.
You went feet first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you shimmy your way through, your hips get stuck, but you're able to work past the bit of stone that is caught on your hip and pop out the other side and continue to work your way down. Keep hearing stone on stone grinding, echoing from above you. And then you feel the earth disappear from underneath your feet, and you're holding on to the crevices you're crawling through with your hands, and your feet are kind of just dangling there. What would you like to do?
I would like to look down to see if there's a bottom to this pit.
Roll a perception check.
25.
As you look down, you don't see a bottom right away, but you see...
I see nothing but bottoms down there.
Must be Chaz's space.
His own personal harem of bottoms. You don't see a bottom right away. You don't see any ground beneath you right away, but you do catch a ripple in the otherwise darkness below you.
Oh, there's nowhere to go but down. Varian will drop.
Right. You stop bracing yourself in the little crevice and drop, fall about 15 feet into water as you are submerged. Roll a perception check.
33.
You see the opening you had just dropped out of close up, and you're in a underground lake.
Do I see any exits to this lake? A tunnel that maybe goes horizontally?
From where you are currently floating, you do not see any exits, if you will.
I will submerge myself fully in the water and look around to see if there's any paths under the water that I can see.
Right, roll a perception check.
30.
You see a small cave under the water, about 2 feet wide.
Varian's going to move towards there to go through there, and I'm not thinking about that. La 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 la.
Alright. As you move towards the cave, you feel something brush against your leg.
I will look.
Roll a perception check.
So many perception checks, one after the other. 31.
You see the tail end of what could possibly be a large tentacle.
Too big.
I will follow the direction that brushed across my leg and look to see if I can see the tentacle or what it's attached to.
As you follow the tentacle, it disappears into the darkness.
That's away from the cave, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna move towards the cave faster.
Alright. You move towards the cave. Roll a reflex check.
33.
You shimmy your way into the cave. You continue to wiggle your way through this cave, and it seems to veer upwards.
And I will veer upwards with the cave.
Alright. As you continue to follow the path of the cave, you feel another brush against your leg.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Fair enough, though.
With haste.
All right, roll another reflex save.
40.
Jesus fuck.
All right. You a slippery bitch. All right, you squeeze through the ever-tightening
Bottom.
sphincter of this cave.
Oh my god.
You...
What's all with all the ass jokes today?
You squeeze through the ever-tightening quarters of this cave system. And using the water as lubricant, I can't say that with a straight face, are able to slip past the...
Jesus Christ, Nikki.
Sorry!
Are able to slip past the tightest spots with ease. As you continue upward, Clover.
Oh, now I have to be sad!
Alright, switch from laughing about ass jokes to being sad about killing this child.
We didn't kill the child.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're getting ahead of ourselves here.
But this just makes us all laugh.
Why are you laughing at dead babies, you sick fuck?
Okay.
Clover,
Yeah.
as you help this child continue to build her tower,
The tallest block tower.
the tallest block tower, using all of the blocks she has, you set the last block on top and roll a perception check.
20.
You take a half step away and see the child staring at this large tower in amazement and concern that it might tip over, and just frozen there, staring at the tower. This is so big. Is it going to fall over? What's going to happen? What are you doing?
Clover is going to half smile at the kid because she's happy that she's distracting her, but then her eyes will drift to the door to where she knows Fear is outside, wondering if Mom has showed up.
You don't hear Fear talking to anyone, so I could assume no one's shown up.
I'll be right back.
Are you careful?
I'll be really careful.
Okay.
Okay, you watch the tower, okay?
Alright, I'll watch it.
Okay.
Clover is going to stand and brush hair out of her face and go outside.
Alright, you go outside.
Is Fear still standing there?
Yep.
Clover will approach.
Nothing yet.
Should we ask neighbors? They might know Maggie.
He looks back inside towards Lilith. That's a good idea. Do you want me to do that, or do you want to take her with us? Leave her here?
I think it's best that one of us stays here with her.
Alright, do you want me on babysitting duty? She seems to like you.
Do you trust me with that?
I think things should be fine as long as you don't get riled up.
Okay, so why don't you go ask the neighbors, and if that doesn't work, maybe see if there's a blanket shop in town, or because Mom makes blankets, I think she said.
Alright, I'll be back as soon as I can.
What do I do if she shows up?
Talk to her?
Okay.
He starts walking towards the neighbor's house.
Clover takes a deep breath and goes back in the house to play with the child.
Alright, as you walk back inside, roll perception check.
What is happening in the house? 28.
As you walk back inside, you see the wall to your right almost ripple, and something looks like it's moving through the earthen wall of the house.
By something, what do you mean?
You can't tell. It just looks like there's something in the wall causing the earth to displace and then move back to where it was as it's moving through it.
Clover's gonna go rush and grab the kid and hold her.
Alright, roll a reflex save.
38.
Alright, you're able to rush over and grab the kid. The block tower sways a little bit, but doesn't collapse. Careful!
Sorry.
She's going to spin and look at the wall.
The movement you saw earlier is no longer happening.
Do I see anything or sense anyone else?
Roll perception check.
Okay. 30.
You see a earthen mound in the ceiling that wasn't there before.
How big?
About a foot.
Who's there?
She says to the mound.
No response.
Lilith, let's go outside for a while, okay?
You think the tower will be okay if we leave?
I think it'll be just fine.
Alright.
Clover is going to, while holding Lilith close, she's going to back up towards the door while keeping her eyes on the mound.
Alright. It doesn't move.
Okay.
You get to the porch.
Mm-hmm. Did anything happen?
Nope.
So I'm going to back up off the porch with her in my arms.
Alright, you back up off the porch.
Nothing's happening?
Roll perception check.
Why? Why all the perception checks? Oh,
Because you're trying to perceive things.
35.
The mound on the ceiling hasn't moved, but now that you are outside, you see there are roughly 10 mounds all over the building.
Hey, Lilith.
Uh-huh.
Does this happen often?
Does what happen often? Walking backwards? No.
Do you see anything weird with your house?
She squints and stares at her house. That tracks. No?
Okay.
Clover is just going to stand there and hold her close and stare at the mounds, completely unsure of what to do with this.
Right. As you stare at the mounds, unsure of what to do, you notice that your fear's back.
Maybe you went to town. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Clover's going to look down at the little girl because now her fear is back too.
You start feeling her tremble in your arms.
Oh no.
Oh, it's okay.
Clover's trying to say it's okay, but she can't get it out. So she's just going to start patting the little girl.
Okay. Now I'll have you roll a perception check.
Okay, failed.
Alright. She grabs your coat and buries her face into you.
Is she crying?
You don't know, you crit failed.
Oh,
Clover's trying not to have a panic attack and is going to continue patting her back while staring suspiciously at the mounds and trying not to panic and thinking that it was probably a better idea for Fear to stay with the kid.
Alright. While you try not to have a panic attack, Varian.
What's up?
Sup, homie?
How's the ascension going?
Pretty well, you slippery bitch.
How long have I been shimmying in this cave tunnel thing up?
About 20 minutes.
Oh, man, that's a really good thing that I don't need to breathe.
It is. It is a very good thing you don't need to breathe.
It's a good thing I was the one in prison. Clover wouldn't have been able to escape this way.
Debatable. Anyway. We'll save that for next time.
Do kids not need to breathe?
Yeah.
Oh,
Children
wow.
don't need to breathe. Varian, you continue your upward shimmy through this water pipe.
Yeah.
And as you approach about 30 minutes of ascension, it opens up into a very large lake. Still seems underground, considering you don't see any light.
Okay. I will, I guess, exit the tunnel into the next level up of underground lake.
Alright. Roll a perception check.
30.
You feel your body immediately start to be pulled in a direction, like there's a current.
How dare. Which direction?
To your right.
Okay. I will try and not go against the current, but continue to ascend.
Okay.
So I'll probably still be moving to the right, but just up and to the right.
Okay.
Hopefully up.
Is your plan to breach the surface?
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to figure out where I am and what my surroundings are.
As you breach the surface, roll a perception check.
31.
You see a very dim light source shining through about a 10-foot hole where the direction of the current is pulling you. And you also hear the crashing of water.
Waterfall? So the only light source is coming from this hole that I'm being dragged towards?
Yes.
And I'm assuming above me is just more earth?
Yes.
Okay. I will turn myself towards this opening and prepare myself to either try and brace against the sides of it or grab onto something if there is suspicious activity happening through this opening.
Okay. As you get closer, the light gets less and less dim, and you start seeing parts of those bulbs dangling from the ceiling of the city you're in that shed light.
Do I remember a waterfall in the city?
I remember hearing one.
I don't remember.
You never saw one.
Okay. Where was I in the town when I heard it?
By the castle.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, as you get closer and closer, you in fact realize it is a waterfall, and it is very high up.
How high up?
About 500 feet.
Holy fuck. Alright.
Whee!
How far am I from the opening when I realize it's a waterfall?
50 feet.
I'm assuming my mouth is above the water.
Yeah.
Chaz? Baron will try and look for some holdings that he can grab onto to not instantly just fall out. Plunge.
Roll a perception check.
25?
You don't see any branches or stones to hold on to as you continue to get pulled towards this opening.
Cool. I guess I'm gonna prepare to do a big dive to minimize hurt of fall. Oh, yeah, what's up?
Varian, you hear this as you see a humanoidal figure doing the backstroke beside you.
I'm about to plunge. Can we stop that? Oh yeah, I'd definitely be able to do something about that. Will you?
Varian, you briefly stop being pulled towards the opening.
So I heard you got a formal invitation to the prison, huh? Well, that's lucky. Yeah, it'd be hard for me to attend if I fall off a waterfall and die. Well, maybe it'd be easier. What's that supposed to mean? Don't worry. Can't do much else in this situation. Fine, no more games. I want your name. What? Why? Because it'll be useful? For you, maybe. That's the point. But it wouldn't for me. Neither is dying. What exactly would you use my name for? Well, I mean, I'd let you hang on to it most of the time, but sometimes, well, why spoil the fun? Well, maybe you'll have better luck negotiating with the next Eladrin that makes it to the material plane and gets an invitation to the prison.
He's got you there.
Well, I guess we'll find out. I guess we will. Good luck waiting for the next Eladrin. I've got time.
And Varian, you start to move towards the opening again.
Okay, Varian will prepare to dive to try and minimize impact damage. He is in water, and if he stays with the water down to the rest of the water, or is there not water below?
You don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out.
As you get to the mouth of the waterfall, roll a reflex save.
37?
You try to hold on to the earth that is there, and the current and the lack of anything to hold on to prevents you from making purchase, and you take a leap out of the opening and start falling with the water.
What do I see below?
Roll a perception check.
30.
At first, you just see the tops of buildings, and then about 300 feet up, you see that the waterfall is falling into a constructed-looking pond behind the castle.
I'm going to think about my cloak and wrapping myself in it.
Alright, you wrap yourself in your cloak, continue to fall.
I will position myself in a way to make a dive while I'm wrapped in my cloak, in hopes that this pond is a little deep.
Alright. Clover.
Oh, hello.
Hi. How much of a panic would you say you're in?
Kennan Pierce. I am trying to hold it together.
It's not my question.
She's pretty panicked.
Okay. Roll a fortitude saving throw.
38.
Ooh, good job.
Thanks.
As you are trying to maintain composure and not panic, fighting back those panicky urges, you feel yourself getting very warm and see little black flecks in your vision.
Uh-oh, she's gonna blow.
Okay.
Lilith, I need you to stay here for a second, okay?
She's going to put the kid down on the porch, and then Clover is going to sprint away.
That will keep a 4-year-old calm.
As you sprint away, you hear, "Where are you going?"
I'll be back.
Does it dissipate?
Mm-mm.
It does not dissipate.
Mm-mm.
So, how is that affecting me then?
You feel very warm and flushed, like you felt when you finished a fight at the orphanage, where the temperature around you may be cool, but you yourself are toasty.
Okay.
And you see little flecks of soot in your vision.
How far away can I get while keeping her in view?
It depends if you're looking at her or not.
I'm looking at her.
You can get about 125 feet down the road before it bends.
Okay.
And she's staring at you, sobbing.
Cool. Are the mountains still in the house too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a game. I'm gonna come tag you in a little bit, okay? Just stay right there. I'm here, okay?
Roll a diplomacy check.
30.
You hear, What kind of tag game is the person who tags running away?
I haven't tagged you yet. I'm gonna take you off guard. No, I'm gonna tag you when you least expect it. No, everything is fine. And I'm gonna tag you when I'm ready.
I'm scared.
Me too.
Things are going really well for me right now.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. I crit failed again with the actual... Fuck.
Alright. Are you still just looking at the kid then? Because you're not going to notice what I was going to say.
Yeah, I'm looking at the kid.
Okay.
She doesn't see the falling in the distance.
Whee!
continuing to look at the child sob, very confused and frightened.
If I try to even my breathing, does the, darkness go away?
I said she has seen black flecks of soot.
Okay, do I see them anymore?
Mm-hmm.
I still feel hot.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. Okay, so she is trying to look calm and comforting from 100 and whatever feet away while keeping her eyes on the child, trying to protect a child from everything and herself.
Alright, as you try and steady your breaths, roll a performance check.
24.
Alright. You get your short, quick breaths to a more even, calm, intake. Nothing really seems to change physically, though you do start to feel the cracks in your hands burn.
How so?
It feels like your scars are on fire.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You are a liar. Nope, she wouldn't say fuck. That's a Telos thing. Crumbs. Okay, I can do this. She's going to clasp her eyes shut and then start shaking her hands out as if that's going to help put out any fire while thinking of putting out her hands.
As your hands aren't actually on fire, nothing really changes.
Why is this happening? I don't understand.
Clover is having a mild meltdown.
Roll a fortitude save.
30.
Okay. Meltdown being an accurate phrase. You feel the scars on your arms get hotter, and it almost feels like the path of the burning extends up your arms.
Lilith, go inside! And then she's going to run away, trying to get away from the houses.
Okay. As you run away from the houses, roll a perception check.
36.
You see a woman in her mid-30s with long brown hair and brown eyes walking towards the houses.
My God, are you about to accidentally explode her mother?
How far away is she?
30 feet.
Does she look like Lilith?
Could be.
Are you Maggie?
Yes?
Your daughter's in the house! And then she's gonna try going off-roading and just getting as far away from Maggie as fucking possible.
Alright, you get as far to the side of the road as you can before there are buildings in your way. Maggie stops walking and just is watching you, very confused.
She has no idea that her husband is murdered by you.
How do you know what's going on?
How can I get away from the buildings, get in? What's my path? I don't know where I am physically.
You're on the road.
You said I was off-road.
I said no, you wanted to go off-road.
I
said you were as far to the side of the road as you could get before running into buildings.
Is there any way to get through the buildings?
Like, get inside the buildings?
Uh-huh.
Use the doors.
Or is there an alleyway between the buildings that she can run down?
Generally, there's space between houses.
There are...
Or are these sticking out of the wall?
Don't give him that.
Where you're currently headed, there are less populated side streets you could go down, but the way the houses are constructed, they're very conjoined.
Okay, what's on the side streets then? What do I see?
You see more buildings. They're more narrow roads, less people walking down them.
How fast could I get through into the other side and potentially out of populated areas?
You're in a city, so everywhere is populated. It's just a matter of degrees.
Okay.
You could run down the side streets as fast as your movement allows.
Okay, I am going to run down the side street as fast as fucking possible while splashing myself with water.
Alright. As you try and create water, it immediately evaporates.
Crumbs, crumbs, crumbs. Okay, fun. I am trying to get out of populated areas as fast as fucking possible.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll one last fortitude save.
I'm so afraid right now. Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay, 39.
That is very, very good.
I rolled an 18 in a clutch moment. I'm very nervous right now.
The burning makes its way throughout your entire body to the point where it feels like your veins are on fire.
That doesn't feel great. Okay.
And then you notice everything start to cool off as your fear's no longer there.
Okay. Okay. Do I see him?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. 20. It's a good time to roll a 2. It wasn't before that. Huh.
You see Fear walking down the side street you're in, looking back and forth, looking for a blanket shop.
Clover is going to run over to him. I don't even know if she looks any different right now or not, but she is still trembling from adrenaline, even though her fear is gone, and she is breathless.
Right, as you run over to him, Varian.
Yes, that's me falling. Falling and balling. Yo.
Did you want to do anything else before you splat?
Into the waters?
Mm-hmm.
From what I've experienced with my cloak so far, how solid does it seem in the sense of actual cloth? Does it catch the wind at all?
It's hard to say. Yes and no. It flickers like there's wind when there is no wind. But it's hard to say when there is wind if it's
Moving in
moving
the breeze?
because of the wind or if it's just moving.
So theoretically, shaping it into a sort of glider or parachute would potentially do nothing.
Theoretically it could or it could not.
Make it into wings.
That's what I meant by glider. Like I was thinking like a wingsuit.
Squirrel.
Paraglide.
Activate my sugar glider abilities.
The cloak's gonna do as much as the cloak can to protect me, whether it's wrapped around me or not, mechanic-wise. Varian might try that mid-fall, see if he can shape it into sort of like a parachute, something to catch the wind and slow him down. A sail, but above my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm holding onto a cloth on all four corners.
Uh-huh.
Similar concept, different name.
Roll a occultism check.
Occultism?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? I'm so confused right now. Oh, that's handy. Nay, 20. So 23?
Coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Because I have a very weak modifier.
But it's a critical success, bitch.
Well, or potentially just regular
yeah,
success.
just a regular success.
It is definitely just a regular success.
23. Naturally.
You would have failed, but now you succeed.
Thank God for the natty 20.
What the fuck is the occultism check for? Explain, Kenneth.
Explain.
Nikki, quiet so you can explain.
Alright, your cloak unravels from around you and catches the wind, and it slows your descent.
I see. Drastically or just a bit?
About half.
Okay. Okay.
Would you like to try anything else?
Just to continue to aim for the water.
Okay.
To land.
Alright, math time.
Math time, math time.
Alright, as you hit the constructed pool behind the castle
Is it a pool or a pond?
pond,
Okay, because I was going to say it's very different things.
you can swim in both. Same thing.
You can splash on both.
Yeah. As you hit the constructed pond behind the castle,
Get a mouthful of chlorine taste. Because it's the community pool.
Gross.
take 112 bludgeoning damage.
Nice. That's fun. How deep is this pond?
3 feet.
Oh. Where the fuck's the water going?
Are you gonna check? Is that your first thought? Where's this water going?
Well, it's a shallow pond. No, that's not my first thought.
Almost died. Where the fuck is the water going?
My first thought would be to look around to make sure that there weren't mud boys coming after me.
Alright, roll a perception check.
And then to get out of the pond. It's not that great. 22.
Alright, your vision's still a bit blurry from hitting the surface of the water. As you regain yourself and go to, I'm assuming, stand up.
Yeah. I'll stumble out of the pond.
Alright, you stumble out.
I'm going to try and blink and regain my vision and composure. And then assess my surroundings.
Alright, roll a fortitude save.
33. So is that just a regular success or a critical success? I need to know.
It's a regular.
It's critical, actually.
Why?
Because I have the Juggernaut feat now.
Oh, what does that do?
If I roll a success on a fortitude save, it's treated as a critical success.
Okay. Alright, good job. Fuck you. You're able to regain your composure rather quickly, Varian, and you notice that there are indeed mud boys forming at the edge of the back garden area that you're currently in.
How far away?
About 60 feet away.
Okay, how far am I from the castle itself?
40-ish. From the back side of the castle.
Is there a door?
Roll a perception check.
Just give me an answer.
I will if you see it.
26.
Yeah, you see there is a back door on one of the patios.
I'll move to it.
Okay. You move to the patio.
I try the door.
It is unlocked.
I go inside.
Alright, you go inside the castle, are greeted by large stone corridors with, can't tell what they are from your current position, but looks like paintings on the walls.
Do I see just halls, no doorways?
You see a hall with a door at the end and
Just
paintings on the wall.
Just a single hall, a single door.
Yeah, it's not a very long hallway.
I'll make my way down to the door
Alright.
and open it. Or try to.
Ah, tell us.
I got caught in that campaign one time loop. the T loop. It's just been going for 1,000 years.
You wanted to speak with me? Alright, that door is also unlocked.
I will open said door.
Alright. The space opens up into a living quarters area. Still large stones making up the walls. This one has very nice plush furniture. There's a large fireplace going off to your right.
The fireplace is going?
Mm-hmm.
I was just imagining the fireplace itself. Not the fire going in the fireplace. The fireplace itself was going.
Yes, it's jogging back and forth.
The fireplace runs from you as you enter.
It's scared. It's Calcifer. Roll a perception check.
29.
You see a large portrait of a halfling standing with what looks to be a drow and a half-elf.
Does the half-elf look familiar?
It looks very familiar. You could almost swear it was Chaz if it had less muscle mass and shorter hair.
I see. Is there anyone in this room?
Nope. It is currently empty.
They left the fire going and it's empty? Wow.
Mm-hmm. What'd you roll in your perception check?
29.
29. Yeah, I'll give it to you. Why not? I'm feeling generous. You see on the mahogany coffee table.
It's a tea table.
There's some tea.
There are 2 cups Both are empty. And there is a glass vase with a few sprigs of lilac.
You're being spied upon.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Would Varian know that this is probably the living quarters of Euphemia?
Does it look royal?
It looks very royal, and there's a giant-ass portrait with Euphemia in it. So...
Make an assumption.
Well, here's
You
the
could probably
thing.
make that assumption.
Here's the thing. To him, it's just a halfling. He doesn't know what she looks like.
That's fair.
Is there a placard on the portrait signifying, hey, it's Taliesin, Chaz, and Euphemia. She gets lost billing on her own portrait.
From where you are currently standing, you do not see any placard.
I will move over to the portrait.
Might roll a perception check. Just want to see if you crit fail.
33.
That is not a crit fail. You see a gold placard at the bottom, and engraved on said placard is in remembrance of Chaz and Talus.
Excuse me? You're a bitch and I don't know what you're doing.
Is there parchment and a quill somewhere in this room?
Not out in the open. You might be able to find something if you ransack her house.
Is there a lock on the door?
The door you came through?
Yeah.
Potentially.
I'm gonna move back over to the door and see if there's a way to lock it.
Alright. You do find a little switch underneath the knob itself.
Oh, I'll press it.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'll move to her dressers and kind of start, not ransacking, but looking through to see if I can find parchment and a quill.
Alright. Clover,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Is Lilith okay? Are you okay?
Knock me out. And then go make sure she's okay. Her mom was on the path. Knock me out.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Sure. 33.
I don't think you want me to do that.
Clover is going to look down and pull off one of her gloves and look down at her scarred hand. Is there anything there?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. 37.
As you look at your hand, you hear, it's gonna be really violent. Are you sure? And you see the cracks of your scars glowing slightly embery.
Knock me out before I explode.
Can you pull up his
Yeah.
character sheet?
Yeah. Starting to believe her now.
You see him walk towards you, and you feel something in the back of your mind. And I need you to roll a will save, although you can choose to fail it. You're not going to succeed anyway, but...
I'm just going to see what happens. 35, technically. What was the DC out of curiosity?
48.
Okay, yeah. Well, I would have failed it anyway because she is fearful of herself.
She's not, because fear's there.
She's going to put back her glove.
As he walks towards you, he embraces you in a hug, and you feel his hands getting tighter around your neck, and he breaks your neck. And you'll take
I'm sorry.
lots of damage.
It's a good thing I know this is likely an illusion. Unless he actually broke her neck.
159 mental damage.
I go unconscious.
Alright.
If I'm still alive.
How much health do you have?
140.
Yeah, that's not double.
Yeah, thank God.
Alright, so you are now dying.
I am going to stabilize with hero point. Thank
Okay.
you.
But I think we'll end it there. Seems like a good spot to end it.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed listening as much as I enjoyed Varian not giving his name to Chaz.
We have social media. Check us out at Top of the Round on Facebook and Instagram and at Totercast on Twitter and Blue Sky. We also have a TikTok at Toter Podcast. We also have a website at toterpodcast.com. Check us out in all these places. Throw us a like and a follow and let us know what you think of the show and about how we both almost died this session.
I'll get you. I'll get that name.
I'll get you. I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
Shout out to our Vessel and Witness patrons, Ray, Jermaine, and Grayson. Thank you guys.
Thank you to our Apostle tier patrons. Y'all are fantastic. Starting off with Ray, the Apostle of Scorn.
Grayson, the Apostle of Joy.
Tay, the Apostle of Ecstasy.
Art and Kay, the Apostle of Compassion.
Alyssa, the Apostle of Rage.
Jem, the Apostle of Curiosity.
Bluebird, the Apostle of Awkwardness.
Namies, the Apostle of Bitterness.
Gabe, the Apostle of Anticipation.
And Kobe Beef, the Apostle of Bewilderment. We appreciate each and every one of you for your support and your enthusiasm for our content. Thank you so much.
We have a Discord in the show notes below. Click on it, go to it, join it, talk to us. Thanks.
Thanks, bye!
Bye.